discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the New to Wrestling podcast. This week, we watched the June 15th, 1998 edition of Raw is War. We are firmly on the road to the King of the Ring pay-per-view tournament, all of that good jazz. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of all of that, we love to tell you when we reunite in the real world, and we most certainly did this weekend. For
Nice.
those of you who don't know, I had a birthday very recently. So
It's
I
Susie's birthday.
uh
Please wish him a happy birthday. Please,
uh
please, please, please.
so
Thank
yeah,
you.
the big 32, obviously.
Woo!
Yeah, and we had ourselves a grand time. Kelsey came over and I basically just subjected her to all kinds of wrestling.
It was so
Um
great.
yeah, it was a good time. There was ice cream had, there was dinner made. It was, yeah,
Yeah.
great
Charmed
times.
watched.
Charmed watch. Yeah, me and my roommates have recently gotten into a Charmed rewatch. So we've really been fiending on that one. Kelsey
But you guys
really
don't
jumps.
understand that they watched Charmed on DVD on like a DVD TV, and let me tell
Mhm.
you, it is the format by which it was meant to be seen.
Oh,
Like
we
it's
certainly
so
agree.
glorious.
Because it's just like I don't want it to be any better quality than what it was originally presented to be. Um,
Yes, I agree.
I don't think a higher quality, or like a higher def uh TV is going to change my experience of Charmed. I'm okay with it being
No.
into 1990 whatever into like
In that like
early
fuzzy
2000s.
filter.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
yeah.
that's the way it was meant to be seen.
It's like before they changed like we went over to in like 2009, didn't we like switch over from like regular like TV or what TV had always been into like something else? Anybody remember that? Like the TVs
Yes.
went blank for
What
like
was
a
it?
second and then we were
And
like
what was
all of
it
us.
called? I don't remember.
I don't know, but I've recently seen like a few videos of people like recording themselves like during the great blip of whatever 2009.
The blip.
So but anyway, I am really getting off on another topic. But we reunited. We watched a Sting DVD, which was
Oh,
fantastic. Because I
so
have a
good.
couple. But still
You know.
I and it really was like Sting, like it was a good
Mhm.
like collection of his like career. You really got like a snapshot in like six
It was so
matches. It was a
nice.
great.
Oh my
And
God.
we love to see Sting in all of his many forms. But you
All of
haven't
them.
been super exposed to like Surfer Sting, so that's always fun to see. Uh,
Hmm.
and then we also watched Evolution, the all women's pay-per-view.
It was so
I
amazing.
have been meaning to show Kelsey this one since it happened late last year. Um and I needed just a break from the 90s viewpoint of women in wrestling
Oh my
for
God.
a
And
little
thank
bit.
God.
But hold on. Switching notebooks because what?
Wait, what notebook? Which notebook?
Oh, so I took notes in this notebook because the notebook I normally take notes in I gave to Kelsey, and um yeah, so I don't have my notes in that one that I normally take in like I
Heard,
did
heard, heard.
today. So I switched over to
I
uh
thought you were gonna air me out because originally we were gonna record an episode on Evolution. We
mhm,
were like, so I was there, we watched it, but Xavier and I, when we get together, and because we work a lot and don't get to really relax, we just sat and engaged in a lot of recreational activities that are legal in some places and not in the others.
right.
And I got so we were like, let's take notes. We're gonna do a whole episode, like
Hmm.
women. And I was so enraptured by what we were watching. I only took two notes and they were nothing. They were not important notes. It was like I hate Stephanie McMahon's dress and like women. Like I don't even whatever. But I thought you
Amen.
were gonna be like, these are Kelsey's brilliant notes that she takes when she watches wrestling. And I was
Oh
like,
no,
nope.
I no, but I mean if thank you for being honest with us all.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. So like I'm sorry to women for but okay, here. Women wrestlers, if you're watching this, come put your cheek up to the camera. Come here. Mm, mm, mm,
If you're
mm.
just listening, Kelsey's
Kissing your cheeks. I'm so
kissing all of
grateful
your
for you and
cheeks.
everything that you do. I'm not trying to blow smoke. I literally was so enraptured by this thing. I didn't take a single note other than the two I took and whatever. I love to watch women be incredible. So thank you to all the female wrestlers out there. I cherish you. I really do. One more just I love you. Okay. Thank you.
I'm not sure if any of the matches like stood out for you, but some highlights from that. We have the Intercontinental Championship triple threat, which opens it with Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Lyra Valkyria. Becky Lynch pulls off like one of the best like
Oh my God.
pins like into a finish pretty much ever. It's
Oh
so
my, it was so beautiful. I
so
don't think
crazy.
they freaked out enough. They were like,
Uh
cool pin. And I was like,
no,
cool
absolutely.
pin.
And then cut to her in Unreal after that, and she's like, "I'm an athlete." And then she's like, "I'm a freaking athlete." And I was like, "Yeah, you are."
I love her
Uh,
so. I had seen Unreal before I saw this,
mm,
which a lot of Unreal was about this, or like parts of it were about this. And I was
hmm
like, oh my God, because obviously I saw the Rhea Ripley Io Sky match behind the scenes before I even saw the real thing.
yes,
It was so gaggy. I loved it. But yeah,
love,
I
love,
mean,
love.
Becky Lynch is that girl. Duh.
Um, Absolutely. We got to see the return of Trish Stratus to take on Tiffany Stratton. You haven't seen the debut of Trish Stratus yet, but just remember this match and in terms of the evolution of this woman that you are going to like
I can't
behold shortly.
wait. She's so
Um
gorgeous.
so gorgeous. But the match was a lot of fun. I
Hmm.
think it was a good like defense for Tiffany. I thought Trish also came out looking great. I think a lot of the Attitude Era divas get some like flack for not being able to like hang as far as like an in-ring perspective against like the women of today, and this was a good kind of just like
I didn't even think of that.
no, I just they weren't given the same
We got literally like 3 minutes.
right. It's like make
So,
it happen. So it's like while would we have loved to see, prime Trish Stratus, but it's also like Trish Stratus like retired like dumb early. People like aren't retiring at the same ages that they were like back then.
right.
I mean, she had like a familial reason behind all of that, but um, she retired very young, so she's very much so like athletically like in her prime,
Yeah,
which is fun to see. Um,
agree. I didn't even think of that because a lot of people, there are a lot of people who slander the divas in a lot of ways
mhm.
for,
Still do, still do,
okay.
which is fine. I mean, like, not like it's fine, but it's like it's what happens. Like time
Right,
moves on, the new generation always kind of like takes stabs at the older one.
right.
But and it leads to some pretty and has led to some pretty interesting matches. Um, mostly with around Trish Stratus and Lita, but we've had some fun moments with the like the Attitude Era divas and like Royal Rumbles and things like that.
Hmm.
But there's always had that kind of like underlying storyline that you can kind of like play on, which is fun.
Fair.
Another highlight of this one was the Jade Cargill Naomi no holds barred match. Fantastic.
With Bianca Belair as the special ref, right?
Hmm
God.
hmm
I love them. I mean, Naomi is so amazing. I didn't know that she had walked out of like before a match, like originally when she was first with the WWE,
hmm hmm
was literally like, you're treating me like shit and I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And then to come back,
Right. And to just like after all this time of being like this beloved like wrestler, like turning heel, she's like, you know what, it's time. I've been doing some iteration of what she had been doing for a long time. She left, had a whole run on the Indies and TNA, was the TNA like knockouts champion for a while, comes back, flips her character like on its head. It absolutely works. It's
rocks.
it's great stuff. We like get a um and what's impressive about this heel turn is one how one good it is and how it really
Amazing.
allowed her to kind of just like come out of her shell. Like
Yep.
when you're the good guy, you can only,
Do so
there's only so
much.
much bluster you can puff out
There's only so
before.
much dirt you can kick up.
Right. So now it's just like a whole new thing for her to like sink her teeth into, and at the same time, um, building Jade Cargill into this like big baddie. Because
Yes.
at this point, like we haven't seen too much of her realistically. Now, I mean,
Yeah.
she's the women's championship. She's the women's champion, and we're gonna go. She's in like a very highlighted feud with Rhea Ripley and all this stuff. But it's like at this time we're building Jade up. She's come from AEW. She kind of like disappeared for a little bit to kind of like learn the WWE way of things, and now we're building like her up. So this match um did that very much so.
Hmm.
And it saw Naomi take the loss, but the match itself was fantastic. Go back and check it out.
It's so good.
And Naomi by the end of the night ends up the biggest winner of all. So
So fierce.
so good. Another call out from that pay-per-view is the Battle Royal. One of the best Battle Royals I think I've ever seen, period. Like
Absolutely.
period.
Though
Um
I do want to say, hi, Unreal. Hey, the Charlie XEX was for me pandering. I'm hot
Mm,
take. I don't need to have Charlie XCX so that I feel like yay girl power to watch women's wrestling. I just want to watch women's wrestling. Like I don't know. When that Charlie XCX came on, first of all, I fucking love that song. It's not bad. I love
right.
her. That's my girl. But I was
Well,
like,
no one likes to
girl.
be like infantilized. Like no one wants to
Yes, it's
like
like we watch women's wrestling because we watch women's wrestling. I don't need Charlie XCX to turn the tide for me. Like, oh my God,
yeah.
they're
She's
doing it
not
for the girls.
she's
Girl,
not
I know they're
selling
fucking
it
doing it
more
for
for me, you know?
I don't know why. It just like really I was like, okay, I get
No,
it.
no, absolutely. And then yeah, fantastic. Some standouts from that. Nia Jax always shows out in a battle Royal Rumble situation. Um
I love her.
Literally, I think the only woman today to have wrestled in both the men's and women's. Lash Legend, we see the beginnings of her showing out. And now she's
Hmm.
tag team champions with Nia Jax. Also going into a WrestleMania match. Ooh, we should do WrestleMania predictions. Well, that'll be a whole different thing. I think it'll be fun
Mm.
to see what you think and where we go. And
And I have
then
no idea what's going on with anything, but
no. And then this match really cements kind of it builds up Stephanie Vecher. She does this like
I
beautiful little
love
speech
her.
after. It's the wrestling is my like love language, is my first language, whatever she gets into,
She said
beautiful.
wrestling, yeah, wrestling is like not like a universal language or something, but something like that. It was very beautifully said.
Hmm. And fantastic. And again, another one pretty much launched off of this pay-per-view into a big push. She's now the women's world champion going into like this blood feud with Liv Morgan. Great
Hot.
stuff. And then the creme de la creme, the main event, two of the best ever. It's Rhea
Oof,
Ripley and
chills.
Io Sky. Fantastic. Such a good match if you haven't gone back and just want to see two stunning people just beat the absolute hell out of each other. This is the match for you. And I've talked about this before on this show and just other places, but I love that Rhea Ripley has a kryptonite and I love that it's Io. And because Io's like this like just adorable yeah, like just this is adorable person, but she is like quietly the hardest worker out there. Um, she's she's so good. She's so smooth. And their chemistry is just like unmatched. And I love and I just love it because we still like to this day we still don't really have like Rhea really hasn't beat Io still. They have since become like a team, which has been, interesting, but don't think that that's not going to come full circle again and the two of them are going to like showdown.
I
Um,
love in wrestling when they put the beef on pause for something else and then
mhm,
they circle back to the beef. I
yes.
love that. A
Um,
temporary truce.
Fantastic. And then this match saw a fantastic Money in the Bank cash in
Auntie.
by Naomi. She comes in after Rhea and Io have just been absolutely annihilating each other for the better part of, I want to say, 30 minutes. Um, she comes out, makes it a triple threat, knocks Rhea into the ring post, hits Io with her finisher, that like beautiful
Oh,
split-legged
like Rob
moonsault.
Van Dam kind of
So
bouncy
good.
bouncy
So good. Becomes the women's world champion.
with
Fantastic.
and she has like a broken nose. Like she
Oh, from the
legit
match
comes out. It's
earlier.
so good and she runs out. Oh my God. It's chills. And like I it's that moment where like when Seth Rollins does his Money in the Bank, that moment when he drops the crutches and the crap, I literally like
Mm,
hairs on end. So crazy.
so
This
good.
was just as good because you're watching the most incredible match between these two absolute beasts. Io's just jumped off like the sound equipment to splat
Hmm.
like it's so good and like you think you can't take one more and then Naomi's music hits and she runs out and you're just
Of course. But of course.
like oh my God. And I was gonna say about Naomi too, like I love this heel turn, the proceed with caution, and she's so detail oriented. What really gagged me was in Unreal when she was like, "Can I decorate my Money in the Bank thing with caution? Like, am I allowed to like customize this because like I just need it to be like legit and
Hmm.
match like everything." And I was like, and that's why you are who you are
And I
because
love that she was like legitimately like using the cakes.
yes, that's what
Like
I'm saying.
I
Like,
I think that's
oh,
adorable. I ate
it's
that up.
so great because I love an accessory, especially
Mm,
one that's customized and
mm,
using for evil. Like that's exactly what I want. Thank you. Like it's just I love so much. I love everything they're doing so much right now. It's crazy.
hmm.
And I'm excited because in Unreal they do not like I was like I hope that they talk about Jade more because she's embroiled in this beef and they just like they don't at all.
Right.
But I'm like, I think because they're really working on her still behind the scenes and like building her in such a specific way, they're
I have
like,
a feeling she will be more present in this next one.
I agree.
Um,
And I'm so excited. And also, final thoughts on Unreal before we switch, but like I I am unless we did talk about this already, which is possible, but like Cody Rhodes has me so paranoid because he's like, well, now Unreal. He like said on his podcast like Unreal is the work within the work.
right.
And I was
Well,
like,
I think are very strategic and as far as what they show right
yes,
now.
because the way with Chelsea Green, they like
Mm,
kept people are so angry, and I get it, me too, about how they were like, she can never be in the top spot because she's the one that makes the girls in the top spot, which like
right.
fine, whatever. But now people are so angry about that because she's so amazing. I'm like, now it's like you've now I'm like, did you convince me now that I want her in the top spot, or did I
Mm,
actually want her in the top spot this whole time? Like I'm paranoid about the mind games that they're playing with me.
yeah.
Bring back the mind games pay-per-view because that's all wrestling is.
Yeah.
I'm up at night conspiracy theorizing.
Listen, that's what they want.
Anyway,
That's what they want.
exactly, and it's working. Anyway, so by the
So,
way, also if you're not watching, Xavier is wearing a bandana today and it looks so freaking cute and I just had to say it one more time. So if you're only listening, go onto the YouTube and check out how cute Xavier looks. Okay, anyway, thank you.
anyway. All right, guys. So the Evolution pay-per-view, worth the watch. Great hangs.
Beautiful.
Um, and I love it. It was like also like at the tail end of like a super busy weekend. It was not advertised nearly at on the same level as everything else that was going on that weekend. I think there was like
Agree.
a main event, a big SmackDown, and some other pay-per-view. So yeah, there was a lot going on that weekend. So to have this pay-per-view just be as excellent as it turned out was just, of course, because of course it did.
Hmm.
So love to see it. Glad to show it to you, but we're
Thank
going
you.
to switch gears. sort of. We have
Oh,
an announcement as far as our next drive that is specifically meant to benefit women and mothers. So let's go. Kelsey's got the information for you.
yay. Okay, hi. I'm so excited. We are doing a diaper formula and gently used baby clothes drive from now until Mother's Day. And we are going to be donating to Oasis, which is in Paterson, New Jersey. They call themselves a haven for women and children. And basically, please check out their website, please check out their Instagram. But Oasis in Paterson is an incredible organization that offers programs for women and children, all kinds of resources, including uh, like resources like diapers, formula, clothes, also feminine hygiene products. If you guys want to donate tampons, pads, like anything like that, that would also be great. Really anything to just help single mothers, mothers in need, children who need resources, clothes, things, all kinds of stuff. They have programs, like I said, for kids like after school. Just look them up. They're so amazing. They can definitely do a better job explaining themselves than I am right now. But either way, like I said, so we will be collecting formula, diapers, gently used baby clothes, feminine hygiene products. From now until Mother's Day, we will be accepting donations at Dolly Moo in Montclair, which is my family's business, who's also obviously a huge part of this process as well. But so that address is 217 Glenridge Avenue in Montclair, New Jersey. We are hopefully going to have other drop-off points as well. I'm just waiting to hear back on a few of those people, but I will let you know. But yes, please, thank you so much. Help out the moms who need it. It's a really great cause, and I am gonna cry. So
Love it, love it. Thank you guys. We are so excited to be able to do another one of these. Our winter coat drive was such a like overwhelming
such a huge
success.
success.
So thank you again for all of that. But we figure the wrestling community really showed out, and this is our way of kind of facilitating some community love. Lord knows we need it more now than
Ugh.
ever
Yeah.
before.
You guys,
So
I was
if
so cranky today, and like this brings me joy. Like I was so mad today about just the state of the world as we all are, but this like helping each other, help our community, it's just it is the tiny little things that bring us joy that make us it's reason to live juice. It's just reason
Mhm.
to live juice and like mothers, especially single moms, like they deserve access to these things to help raise their kids without fear of not being able to feed them, of not being able to clothe them. Like it's just so important. So I love you guys all so much. Our community is so special. And like, let's continue to make it as beautiful as possible by helping each other out.
Love
Please.
it. Love it, love it, love it. On another housekeeping note before we get into this episode, I promise it's coming, guys. This is gonna be a long one, so just sit still. A lot happened. So uh as far as the restorative for wrestlers, we have not forgotten about you guys. We are working on it, right? Uh
Yes.
so
Yes. So restorative for wrestlers, a lot of you guys said Fridays were actually good for you. So Fridays it is. I have reached out to the yoga studio that is going to be hosting us. We are just ironing out some details. But oh my God, restorative wrestlers for wrestlers is going to happen this year. I'm really, really excited. When hopefully within the next, I am assuming 2-ish months, but I will let you guys know details, obviously. And remember, it's going to be free for wrestlers. So wrestlers only, please, but it will be a free program for you because we love you so much. You are also part of our community. You are what makes us so great. We wouldn't have the show without you. So it's just going to be a little give back for you guys, and details are coming.
love, love. All right, guys, you guys ready to get into this episode? I believe you are. I'm sure you're frothing at the mouth. You're like, okay,
Mm.
shut up, just
La, 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 la,
start the
la, la.
episode.
Bring us
Um,
this 90s glory.
no, amen. Um, uh, like I said at the beginning of the show, we are on the road to the King of the Ring pay-per-view tournament. The episode starts with a recap of last week. We get the Undertaker Druids, the attack by Kane and Mankind, seemingly orchestrated by Mr. McMahon. I say seemingly just because they really are trying to kick up dirt
This friggin'
dust on
mess.
that.
I really can't.
But I don't know who they think it's trying to fool. And we finished the little intro of this episode with a shot of the Hell in a Cell high above the arena tonight, bringing some intrigue into what the hell is going on with that.
Hmm.
So then we get into the intro song and episode hard opens. Sable
Girl,
comes out. Sable has returned to us.
baby, I knew
Um,
it.
the crowd going absolutely bonkers as we knew that they would.
The
Because duh. Um,
Isabel.
listen, they said we need to take her away. We need to miss her a little bit. And boy, did they miss
Did
her.
they? Mm.
Um, so she comes in and she introduces the person responsible for her return, Mr. McMahon. And
What
check the track. We had done been talking about this.
I
Kelsey said, weeks ago, she was
weeks.
like,
As soon as
okay,
she was let go, I was like, okay, Vince McMahon is gonna go to her door the next and be like, hey, you coming to work? Because Mark Miro doesn't hire and fire ain't nobody in his bitch.
right. That's what I'm saying. So Mr. McMahon's introduced. He's met with just raucous boos,
Hmm.
and then asks Sable to read a prepared statement, which is insane.
So
And then
stupid.
essentially the statement goes, "I would never use charities to attack Stone Cold. I am determined to remain a caring and generous owner and bring justice upon those who perpetrated the act of last week." That obviously prompts Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out, flips off Mr. McMahon, and then in just an act straight out of The Princess Bride, escorts Sable away from danger,
I am
because he is about to bring the danger. So he brings her out of the ring, like literally takes the time, like opens the ring rope for her, holds her hand as she descends down the ring steps, and sends her on her way to safety. Okay,
God.
chivalrous.
God,
Okay.
I've seen what you've done for others.
Uh,
I'm literally blushing. I'm like, I need Stone Cold to help me down the stairs. I'm such a little angel. Help me.
no, absolutely.
Like making me stupid. Like I was like, because I was like, what's he doing? And then he just delicately escorted her out
Mm-hmm.
and then went back to fighting.
Love to see it.
Cut it
He
out.
stop it right
Oh
now.
my
Gotten Kelsey
God.
smitten over here.
I'm not
He grabs the
kidding.
microphone, basically goes like, "Okay, nobody's buying this BS. Certainly not I. You are essentially cruising for a bruising because my foot's gonna end up in your ass." And you're like, "Oh, here we go." And then Vince McMahon
Well,
is pleading desperately, basically just being like, "Could you possibly react in a not physical and violent way?" Of course, that opens up the floor for a crowd survey. Steve Austin asks everybody, if you would like me to react in a physical and violent way, give me a hell yeah. Obviously,
hell
everybody
yeah.
in San Antonio is on board. Um, and then the Undertaker, in a Hail Mary of Hail Marys, starts to blame the Undertaker, and starts spouting off at the mouth about this like convoluted explanation as to how the Undertaker orchestrated this attack on Stone Cold Steve Austin and orchestrated his own like capture
Girl.
backstage, in order to best Stone Cold Steve Austin, because if you remember he said that he wanted your title, and he's from the dark side, he's dark sided, and you're like, okay,
Girl, wrestlers go for the belt because they're fucking wrestlers.
right,
What else do you do there? You wrestle to hopefully get a title.
right,
What?
no,
No,
no one,
he said he wants a title shot because he's evil and he no, because he and
because
literally when Undertaker comes out, he's like, okay, like, but going back to Vince really quick, like I don't like liars, period.
Parrot,
But I really hate bad liars. Girl, the
mm,
way you come out here and
don't
spout this
serve
shit,
me nothing.
Oh my God. And the people, the witnesses are about to come out and read you the riot acts. You are crazy, girl. I don't like when like the words are coming out of your mouth and you're disproving yourself as you say them. I don't like that. At
No,
least be good at lying if you're gonna try and lie to me,
right.
girl. I don't fucking like that.
Absolutely.
It's
And
so
of course,
stupid.
obviously, because the Undertaker is of the talk shit get hit school of learning.
And thank you.
He immediately comes out, walks
He's like,
right up to the ring.
hi.
Listen, I love this. This is the Kelsey's approach to confrontation. Walks right up to
I'm
the ring
not
and
kidding.
goes, "Hey, what?" um, so
I'm not
basically,
kidding. You guys are so lucky Xavier runs the Instagram. He's so nice to you people.
um,
Or the
because amen. So he walks right up to the ring and it was like, actually, I walked up to your face, challenged you like a man, looked you in the eyes and said what I wanted and what I was gonna do to get it. So I don't need to be doing all of this. You know, Mr. McMahon is a filthy liar, so I don't know why we're believing anything that's coming out of his doo-doo mouth. So
Thank you. And
absolutely
amen.
insane. And then he essentially he goes, Mr. McMahon, like you make your money essentially being a master manipulator. So if before I take your head clear off your body, by the way,
Ugh.
I need you to know that you will never manipulate me. And you're like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
An angel from the Lord has spoken.
right.
Like angel
So
of darkness, whatever.
so
An
good.
angel.
But then that prompts the arrival of Kane and Paul Bear and Mankind.
So drama.
Paul Bear congratulates Taker for the drama that he apparently just drummed up the Oscar-worthy performance because, you know, that's what The Undertaker's known for. And then he goes, Mr. McMahon has nothing to do with it. And then he really tries to like lay it on thick and he goes, Taker and I are in cahoots. And you're like, excuse me? Excuse me, what?
No, bitch, we used to be, and then you betrayed me. You guys are learning right now that I never fucking forget. I never fucking forget, and neither does the Undertaker, and I know that's right.
No, and I was like,
And
you
you're gonna
literally
see.
betrayed him with the man standing like to your left.
Yeah,
So
which
there's that.
apparently Mankind is back in Paul Bear's little club, which
Well, the thing is,
whatever.
I feel like we haven't seen Mankind in like a hot minute. So like Mankind kind of like was in Paul Bear's club. I feel like Dude Love was not.
But was he though? Because wasn't he like Uncle Paul? Like, wasn't he like
Like,
lamenting
yes,
and
but
like
now he's useful to Uncle Paul again. You know how this works.
I
Uh,
know it doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, absolutely not.
Thank you.
And basically, Paul goes on to just be like, you wanted to take Stone Cold's soul, um, and trap Steve Austin in the Hell in a Cell like this evening. He's like, there is going to be some entrapment, I promise. And then he challenges Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker in a tag team Hell in a Cell main event match with Kane and Mankind. And that is going to be our main event this evening.
And do I want to see that? Yes. But if Undertaker is on your team and y'all plan this little coup against Stone Cold, why are you doing a tag team against him? Like this, the one and the one does not equal, it's literally -7. Like
Right.
I don't even know how it doesn't make sense. Do I want to see this? Absolutely. But like one, we caught you on camera shaking hands with Vince McMahon in the locker room. I didn't forget.
Hmm.
Two, like why if they're whatever, you know what I mean. I just like it doesn't make any sense, but fine. And it just pisses me off because like how dare you come out here and say that the two of you are in cahoots against Stone Cold just so we can have the gold
Mm,
when I could have had the gold from the jump without you. But
right.
you had to be a little traitorous little whatever. I'm
Ooh,
getting worked up again.
ooh,
But
ooh, ooh.
I get
But
I get my just desserts later.
listen, yes, you do. Kelsey eats this evening.
It was so
Uh,
funny. Xavier at the end of this was like, when you watch it was like, you needed this today. I was like, fuck, I really did. I
Absolutely.
really did need this
But
today. I hate it.
we're gonna put a pin in that one. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves. The first contest is going to be Vader taking on The Rock. This is a King of the Ring qualifier match. The final two taking place this evening. Sergeant Slaughter apparently came to work this evening. Sends the nation away so that it can be a one-on-one contest. Sure, sure.
Sure.
Sure. I like to see it. The beginning of this match is Vader bodying The Rock. Vader hits a Vader splash. The Rock kicks out. He hits a smooth ass DDT. Being The Rock. We get a big slam on Vader into the people's elbow, only for Mark Henry to come down, attack Vader, and then dips. It's just so funny. He because he's such a big man. He comes in, big splashes Vader on the outside, and then like hustles out of the out of the ring area. The Rock follows that up with the Rock bottom. The Rock advances in the King of the Ring tournament. Vader has not been seeing them W's recently, poor guy.
Girl. I hate to say it, but he's getting so many L's. Like I'm afraid he's gonna crawl back to Paul, and I don't want to see that
Amen.
because they're all crawling back to Paul, and I don't fucking like it.
No, but you know, Paul's got the hot hand right now.
He
Um,
does. It's God, he is a formidable villain in my life. I mean,
yes,
he's really acquiring his minions and
and
making moves.
no, 1000%. And as ridiculous as his little like promo was earlier, it was good. God damn
I
it.
know.
Oh, it's
Oh, I
so good.
hate it. I hate
Um,
when your enemy is so cunty and so
no,
good.
exactly. It makes you hate him like that much more, but it's also like respect.
Respect.
And I hate to
And
give it
you'll
to him.
never hear me say that again.
But next we get a backstage segment that's going to be a reoccurring one this evening. I'm loving these DX,
Love. Oh
kind
my
of
God,
like
so good.
little like backstage moments. It's DX dropping knowledge, and it's essentially like a little strategy meeting. It's Road Dogg leading, essentially, just making dick jokes about the match between Triple H and X-Pac, because they are set to be the other King of the Ring qualifier this evening. They follow that one up with an Edge promo, emo as ever, mugging a
Hmm.
guy and stealing his car. Lots of kind of, I don't know. It doesn't feel, poetry would be generous. It feels kind of like.
It feels like they're in a writer's room and like The Crow just came out, and so they're like, we gotta do something like that, and they're just like throwing shit at the walls.
Right.
It feels like that.
Right, very like I wrote this with a thesaurus open. Like it just feels like that.
Yes.
You
Oh
know
my
what I
God.
mean? When
Like
you gotta
there's
pad the word count. Uh
yes, and there's like big words, but they're not like quite used
yeah,
correctly or confidently.
second Princess Bride reference. He's like where he's like, you keep using that word, and I do not think you know.
I do not think you know what that means.
It's so good.
I loved it, Princess Bride.
I do not think it means what you think it means. Um But hey, they're still gonna just tease us with that one. I'm ready for the debut. I think it is time.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and like, they're giving us the Val Venus treatment, but I'm getting zero porn stars out of the deal.
Jenna
So,
Jameson, thank you. I was like, but Jenna Jameson is not here.
right. So
And I
like,
need something.
right, 100%. Listen, if I wanted to just like have myself like a emo like vignette, I'd look through my middle school like Facebook
I was gonna say
photos,
you could look in the mirror right
No,
now.
1000%. Like, we don't need to do this. Um, but it's fine. Our second contest is Draws, aka Puke, taking on Double J with Tennessee Lee. For some reason, they brought out the red carpet for Double J. Hey, Kelsey did point out though he wasn't on horseback. So if that's the exchange, I'll take it.
Sure,
Take your little
I'll take
carpet, you
it.
little
I was
weirdo.
like, at least they finally hung like let that horse live its life
No,
instead of
100%.
keeping to drag it out.
JR with the no, literally. JR with the just stray shots for Tennessee Lee basically goes if Tennessee Lee was in the Alamo, he would essentially just desert everybody and steal a horse and
He goes,
leave.
yeah, he would steal a horse. He would desert, steal a horse, and run away as far as possible. I go, man, he's down for desertion and theft.
Right. No, 1000%.
Expeditiously book him.
Right. No, 1000%. That man needs to be in a cell. Miro and Jacqueline come down because they are Double J's opponents in the King of the Ring tournament upcoming. Miro joins commentary, big pissed about Sable, asking all these
Hmm.
questions of JR. JR's like, I have exactly zero answers for you, so I don't know why you're down here. I'm not the one.
JR was literally like, I don't know why you're asking me because I don't know. And then like Mark Miro was like, who does Vince McMahon think he is hiring somebody back that I fired? And I was like, the owner
The
of the
ball. Oh, and
company. Are you
he goes,
fucking
so
new
he can just
here?
do whatever he wants in the WWF. I was
And
like,
we were like,
yes, girl. He
especially
owns
these last
everything.
few weeks. Yeah, especially the last few weeks, we've seen him flex that power more audaciously than ever before. I don't
Right.
know what you were expecting.
No, absolutely
He
not.
is so silly. Jacqueline was the only person I was happy to see in this
A-
little scenario. Hey,
Amen.
girl.
Constantly. Jacqueline gets into it with Tennessee Lee. They have an exchanging of words before she slaps the taste out of his mouth. Love to
Beautiful.
see it. That allows a big enough distraction for Miro to run over, hit that low blow on Double J,
Also love to see it.
allowing the rookie draws to pick up a victory. A W for the rookie makes him look good and
Sure.
give me a little heat for that King of the Ring qualifier. Sure, why not?
Absolutely. Yes.
Why not?
Why not?
We get a hard cut from that segment into just a backstage shot of Val Venus's dressing room door. Apparently, his other job needed needed a new set.
When you have your
Um,
yeah, when you have your day job until 8, but you go on at 8:15, listen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, sure. We segue from that into another DX drop in knowledge segment, and it's essentially the question of the day is what's China gonna do? Like, is she gonna be the X factor in all of this? And then that
That's
takes
what I
us
ask myself every day.
Amen. And then that takes us into Val Venus and Chains of the DOA. Hey, um,
Hey.
I Val Venus hits us with his his grand entrance. I have a quote from Kelsey, and that oh, the backswing on Val Venus was crazy. Because when
Well,
Val
because
Venus makes his entrance and he's just absolutely swinging them hips for the gods.
and
And
I can't deny that there is a mesmerizing quality about it. And I was
abs
like, listen,
absolutely.
for a big white man, he
He's a big white man.
the back swing was crazy. I don't know. Like I'm just a little flabbergasted, floored, hooped, and gagged, and that's my
That's
business.
my business. Amen. He, of course, makes his way down to the ring, grabs the microphone. We get a hello, ladies. Hits us with a they say everything's bigger in Texas. Wasn't true until Val Venus came. Ha 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 hee. And this match is surprisingly good.
Agreed.
Surprisingly solid match. I think Val Venus is getting smoother in the ring every week. I think it's a little
Hmm.
more it's just a little less clunky. It's a little just more fluidity to it, a little more crisp on the moves. The transitions don't look as I'm
Chopped.
thinking about this.
Yes.
Um Chains looked absolutely mortified to be under a gyrating Val Venus. He could not have had a more straight man just response to it in
Yeah.
which it's like it's not gay if I don't look like I like it. You know, like he's
It's
just like I
yeah.
have to shy like away from it because if I lay here and allow him to just do this move, which is his character, then that says something about me. And
He literally did
Shane's
like the physical
listen,
version of no homo.
absolutely. And you know what, Chains, you don't even look like you're ever dressed to wrestle. So like what are we
Listen,
doing?
like, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the biggest of your worries. And if it
Um
is, it shouldn't be.
right. Val Venus picks up the victory with the money shot. The rise of Val Venus is ongoing.
Pun intended.
Absolutely. And then Kevin Kelly has a backstage interview with the Undertaker, and essentially it's just two questions. Can you trust Austin? He's like, no. How do you expect me to trust somebody whose literal like mantra for life is don't trust anybody? Fair.
Amen.
And then he was like, can Austin trust you? And he was like, well, yes. He's like, well, because I'm not. I have proven that I'm not going to attack Stone Cold Steve Austin from behind. I'm going to hit him in the face from the front. So yes,
And that's my friend. I
amen.
will say what made me giggle. I wrote a note that like Kevin asked him the first question and he goes, Kevin, I get Undertaker calls him like just literally was like, listen, Kevin, like blah
Right.
blah blah. And I was like, what?
Who?
Like, I don't know, it just
Who?
made me giggle where he was like, Kevin, I was like, you know me, dog.
Right.
Like,
That
it
was
was
crazy.
so funny. I don't know why it made me giggle so bad. Kevin, you
It feels wrong.
know that
Um,
Stone Cold's thing. Like, it was just so great.
I
Sorry.
was like, first naming. Okay. But that takes us into another backstage segment with DX. And they're essentially it's Triple H and X-Pac essentially. They look like they're scheming, but they're just having a conversation, basically being like, hey, like this is an important match. Can't lay down. Like I'm not just gonna lay down for you. And then X-Pac makes a joke about not having to lay down. You just have to get on your knees. And then X-Pac essentially goes like, look, like I'm 100%, I'm ready to go, like let's do this. um
Hmm.
and then the camera like cuts away as they're kind of like going back and forth, like you getting in, like just escalating man beef.
Yep, yep.
And then that's going to take us into escalating
Escalating
man
man
beef
beef.
is insane.
New band name, escalating man beef. That wait,
That's
I'm like, I have to write that down.
that's absolutely
I have to remember that
insane.
forever. Where the fuck is my pen? Okay.
um, but after that, we get Mark Miro with Jacqueline taking on Dustin Runnels. Double J comes out with Southern Justice and Tennessee Lee, seemingly, to get their comeuppance. Um, Double J joins commentary, guarantees victory at the King of the Ring tournament. Lee is standing behind Southern Justice. Like, it's so funny because they are literally like shoulder to shoulder, and he's just like standing like betwixt them with his nose like sticking out over their shoulder. He looks like the mayor in the Powerpuff Girls, where he's just like, where he's like,
Yes.
I don't want to say 50%. That's generous. Probably like 30% schnoz. Um, um,
Amen.
but that was the vision he was giving me. Mero hits a top rope Hurricane Rana. Um, and then Double J jumps up on the apron. That calls for Sable to come down, cause a distraction for Marrow, and allows Dustin to bulldog Mark into a pinning situation, picks up the victory.
So
Dustin picks up a
amazing.
victory, also much needed on his end. He's also been kind of on a down tick, as far as his stock has been in the.
Absolutely.
So I don't know where this is going, although I'm pretty sure I know where this is going.
Mm,
But we'll see how long and what's next for Dustin. That takes us back into another DX drop in the knowledge segment. Um, and they're essentially still like beefing X-Pac and Triple H, and China walks up to them both and be like, you know what's gonna happen? I'll tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna fight like men. Are you gonna do this? And then like that's it. And I loved it. I loved
because
it.
she also never speaks.
I know. That's why it was great. She was just
I
like,
was like, hi.
she said, voice of
Oh
reason.
man, and you're gonna go out there and fight like men. And they were like,
Right.
duh.
Yeah, I guess we are.
So
Absolutely.
smart.
I guess that's exactly what
Uh,
we're gonna do.
love that
Um,
bitch.
Kevin Kelly has a very quick backstage interview with Dustin Runnels, and he takes the opportunity to give us the shortest, sweetest Oscar speech ever. That he wants to thank his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and then moves on, and that's it. And that is the whole promo. I was like, nothing else.
Girl, I was shocked. I was like, because I was like, oh my God, he's looking so cute these days. I love it. And then he was like, all I want to say is I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and then walks away. And I was like,
Okay.
oh,
Right, sure. Let's
er.
talk about that guy.
I'm like, you know, he's not here, right?
He couldn't be with all the shit that goes on.
Like, we just saw Val Venus. You think Jesus is in the house?
No.
Girl,
No, Jesus
hey.
takes every Monday night off.
Jesus is
So
Jesus is sitting on the cosmic couch minding his business.
no,
He's
100%. He moved his day of rest. So
he said he said, contrary to popular belief, it's Monday.
I'm just
Can I get this?
I need to turn a blind eye to this. So which is the only explanation I have for the Attitude Era. Um,
Honestly,
100%.
amen.
They were
Jesus
operating in
turned a
Jesus's
blind eye.
blind spot. Like,
Jesus's blind spot. That's another great band name.
so good.
The
Um,
Jesus blind spot. That's
so
where I
crazy.
operate in.
Truly spectacular. But that's going to take us into our final King of the Ring qualifier, which is X-Pac and Triple H. X-Pac is actually fighting. This is
Girl,
Kelsey's
I never
first
thought
time
I'd see
seeing X-Pac fight,
this day.
although kind of untrue, because we did have a little peep
Blip.
on a ladder match DVD that I have, which was Six in WCW, aka X-Pac, taking on Eddie Guerrero, which I'm also glad you saw because, hey, this was like the most X-Pac you've seen literally ever.
Ever.
So first time seeing X-Pac, China comes down to the ring and essentially makes this like a lumberjack match as China playing the lumberjacks for everybody. Um,
Amen.
he tosses X-Pac back in the ring after he gets tossed out. Um, at one point, he gets tossed into the corner with such velocity that he gets like whiplashed and like hits the deck.
Oh,
It was
it was horrible.
absolutely brutal.
It was
Um,
terrible.
yeah, China returns the favor to Triple H though and throws his ass back in the ring at the next point that he gets tossed out, and we love to see it. And then this match takes a hard left turn when all of a sudden you hear the like disembodied voice of The Rock coming over the speakers in the stadium. He comes out and The Rock essentially was like, when you beat me last week, that was a fluke. When I get my hands on your candy ass, like it's game over. This essentially allows Owen to run out, atomic drop X-Pac onto the guardrail, dip, and then as Triple H is like uh trying to figure out what happened to like his fallen compadre on the ground,
Mm,
the referee is counting a double count out. X-Pac notices, which is like kudos to X-Pac, yells at
absolutely.
Triple H to get back in the ring so that they are not both
Eliminated.
disqualified, eliminated, like which would give The Rock a bye in the tournament. So
Crazy.
Triple H just makes it at the count of nine into the ring. X-Pac is counted out, and then DX comes out to just save face, take X-Pac out of there, get him looked at.
Girl.
And
Xbox was
then
good.
it was good. Yeah, I was
So
like,
good.
he can wrestle. I was just like, you just haven't seen it yet, and I like
And he
didn't
was
like,
pissing me off.
yeah, well, because on the microphone is not his strong suit.
No.
So you know. But this is his bread and butter. He's very athletic, is going to be a great addition to the light heavyweight division when he makes his way over there.
I'd
Um
love to see him beat up Brian Christopher.
s-
That would throw me beyond
a,
relief. I will say
amen.
I actually loved this intrusion from The Rock. I feel like this was very fierce, and this is like the chicanery I expect from a faction.
Yes.
Like this is like the stuff because I feel like the factions have been lacking so badly until now. Like now we're like really
Mm,
not obviously
well, this it really gives the gang war of it all. Like,
yes. Yes. But I this reminded me of like when I don't know who was it? Like was did Ahmed go on the balcony and yell at Farouk or was it the
other
reverse? Like
way
I don't
around, I
know.
think. Yeah.
The other way around. But yeah, huge fan. Huge fan of that. Huge fan of the look at this hand so you don't see this hand, beat up your little friend. Very fierce.
Very, very fierce. And then that takes us into a fantastic segment, with Al Snow, coming out in a mask with the head also coming out in a mask.
So right.
Um, this prompts Jerry to come into the ring and confront Al Snow. And Jerry's like, "You're never gonna get a meeting with Vince looking like this." And doing all these like antics. And Al Snow's like, "Well, I already know I'm getting nothing out of you. I'm here to make some citizens arrest," which is hilarious. And he goes,
Love.
"First, I would like to give like one to Vince for trying to kill my career with some like gimmick, the mask that he was wearing, and then another one for you, Jerry, for lewd conduct, which thank God somebody
I
is
said
trying to rein him
somebody
in."
finally is doing it. My God. For
Right.
lewd conduct.
So ridiculous. Jerry goes, "Your
Get
problem is
trash.
that stupid head." And then Al Snow puts hands on Jerry, and it's fantastic. Al
It's
Snow
beautiful.
hits the snow plow on the ref. Love a
Mm.
love a ref love a ref bump. And then uses the
Ref
head
bump.
to just continue beating up Jerry. JR on commentary is shouts King got head twice, which is hilarious. And
Hmm.
then Al Snow runs away from security. It's great stuff.
And he jumps into the crowd and the way they're
Just
like
so
they're like, please come, we'll protect you. Like it's so beautiful because me as fuck. I would be like, get in here, like I'll
No,
hide
so
you.
good. Absolutely.
Love.
Um, so good. And I'm glad, we're seeing an elevation in the Al Snow like craziness.
Yes,
Um,
I feel like I don't mind this slow burn because he's here in the building and he's
right.
like, you can see who he is. People already know who he is. Like, you
Mhm.
can see the style, whatever.
And it's like entertaining. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When it's just like a long period of vignettes, I'm like, oh my God.
Especially Edge because they're just so ambiguous. Like, what are you even fucking saying?
Right.
Whatever.
Right. No,
Anyway.
but Edge also talks about like him having no idea what the hell they wanted the character to be when he got there.
Yes. Oh, I don't
Uh,
blame him in the slightest. It's definitely not his fault.
no, he's like in his like young 20s, like what the hell is going on?
Yeah, he's
Um,
like, okay.
Michael Cole interviews Stone Cold Steve Austin backstage, essentially asks the same questions that Kevin Kelly asked The Undertaker earlier, with the gist of it being don't trust anybody. We know this is Stone Cold Steve Austin, tried and true. The man is not exactly about to be changing up his game now.
Hmm.
So we cut away from that. That takes us into our next match, which is Owen Hart and Mark Henry, in a tag team match against Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn. Thank fucking God. They finally show us this MMA feud between the two,
So
which
great.
I will find one of these fights and we will watch it because I think that would
Gotta
just
see
be
it.
so fun. But finally they show that so that we can get some kind of like foundational understanding as to why these two have been like kind of just like thrust together and why they are so uneasy around each other. Because hey, show me the feud. Show me the feud. Hey, I don't if I am just a wrestling fan, I don't know that. I don't know
Hmm.
what that is. I don't know why you waited like a month before showing me this footage.
I'm
Thank
so
God.
serious. They should have showed it when Dan Severn came to WWE, like immediately.
Right. They should have been laying that down.
Immediately. I've been
Um,
obsessed with that recently.
so good.
Immediately. Sorry.
What is that from?
Mean Girls.
Oh,
I finally saved the gif of him like in the sprinkler rain just going immediately and then turning and going immediately because and now I just send it all the time to
I love
people.
that.
So
Fantastic.
it comes up
So
a lot more than you think. Now you're gonna do it. You do
no,
it one time, it's over.
I open the floodgates. Pandora's box is open. Um,
Hmm.
So we cut to the match between Dan Severn and D'Lo Brown, where apparently D'Lo got his pecs torn off, which is insane. And then they re-show it and they show D'Lo screaming, and it's like, oh, just kidding,
We were like,
real
give
agony.
him the Emmy, give him the Emmy. He's tearing, and I'm like, no, he's literally
Actually,
having his arm ripped off of his
right, just
body.
that
Like,
is actually a blood-curdling scream because he means it, not just
he was
because
so
of the
deadly
drama.
serious. Ooh,
Uh, so good. Owen and Shamrock immediately going at it. We know there's lots of a
history.
lot of history there. Owen obviously injured Ken. Um, Ken has the smoothest takedown of Mark Henry ever. It was so smooth
Mm.
that Kelsey thought Mark Henry just tripped. Like it was,
I was like, did he just eat shit?
and I was like, no, Ken dropped and tripped him, and it was so good.
So
Um,
good.
Another match that was surprisingly good, fantastic. Um, Ken, of course, basically Ken gets that one takedown, and then Mark Henry takes over with the power because Mark Henry takes over with the power. And then Dan Severn gets tagged in and just starts like throwing Mark Henry around, which is
Girl,
absolutely insane.
so
Um,
insane.
Beautiful. We get this like one little segment when Owen and Dan Severn come in and they start like amateur wrestling basically. Fantastic stuff.
It was so cool.
Um,
Honestly, love to see it.
no, 100%. I have a note that just says Nation is just a better, smoother team. Obviously, like Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn don't really like each other, and the Nation is obviously like a cohesive unit. Owen
Hmm.
accidentally hits Mark Henry with a missile drop kick, um, which was just a comedy of errors. Owen puts Ken in the sharpshooter. That's when DX comes out to get revenge for X-Pac, attacks Owen. Vader comes out to get his revenge on Mark Henry. It just the rest of the nation comes out. It's DX, it's Vader, it's the nation. Everyone's losing their mind at one point.
Yes.
Um, JR's like, yeah, like DX is fighting the nation, and Vader is fighting anybody.
And
And you're like,
amen.
period, period, period. I love it. I love
Me
it.
too. I love when
Um,
all the girls are scrapping. I love when there's real legitimate beef that I feel like is valid for all of them running out to fight each other.
yeah, I'm here for it.
I and now I want to see it blow up
No,
at
absolutely.
the pay-per-view.
And then we get a super fun tag team Royal Rumble. First one
Girl,
ever. Great. Great
do this
match.
more. Do this more.
No, absolutely. This was so fun. This is to determine the number one contender. A new team comes out every 30 seconds. In order for a team to be eliminated, only one of the members of the team has to be eliminated, and then both
Hmm.
members of the team have to exit the ring and head back to the locker room. LOD comes out and they got helmets. Very fun.
Very fun.
Very fun, very fun. And then
Very.
who is the first team to come out and challenge them? Oh, just Kane and Mankind.
Girl, what the
It's not enough for Kane to be the number one contender to the WWF Championship. He also has his sights set on the tag team championships.
I just have
Um,
to say this would piss me off really bad. Like if I was an established tag team and
mhm.
here come these doop-de-doos in here to become the I would be so livid.
Yeah, but it's also, it's
Storytelling. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
I
Wait.
love it.
I mean, I love
So
being
good.
here.
I love you, you make it sound like you're like a prisoner. Um, so the next tag team is the Midnight Express. Hey, haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Girl, I was
Um,
like, what the? I was like,
no,
forgot it.
no, literally, this one
Oh,
was really pulling from the recesses of my mind as far as my memory goes for some of these
I'm
teams.
not kidding.
For some reason, the me on the back of the Midnight Express tights. I know it's ME for Midnight Express, but it just says me on both of their asses. And for me,
Matter and
it just like
energy.
cracks it. Like, I don't know. It just like looks so silly to me. But hey, we're here. Welcome back, guys.
Midnight Express.
That they're
Yay.
followed up by the Headbangers, followed by the Bald
Hi.
Baddies, the DOA, and then another pullback from the memory. We got
Girl.
Golga and Kurgan. Hey,
Bet
she's
you
been a
forgot who Gold is.
absolutely the masked gold guy and just nothing but neck come out to participate in this tag team battle royal.
It's so
um
sad because it's true.
100% Kane
Oh,
eliminates the Midnight Express.
thank God.
And then we get the entrance of Too Much, which is Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor. I really had to wait for the announcement of who Scott Taylor was because I think they may have teamed once, but I did not know this was going to be a consistent thing.
I had no
Our
idea.
first, our first of two odd couples, we have Blackman and Farouk, followed up by our favorite odd couple, Taka and Bradshaw.
I love them.
And our final team, Funk U, Terry Funk, and Scorpio. Funk eliminates Kurgan and Golga. The LOD eliminate GOA. Too Much eliminates themselves. Because of
Hilarious.
course, Kane eliminates the Headbangers. Mankind eliminates the Legion of Doom. That, if you could possibly be keeping track after all of that, leaves us with only Funk You and Kane and Mankind. Of course, Mankind takes the opportunity to bash his friend Terry Funk with a chair. Kane tombstones Scorpio. Kane kicks Terry just clear in the face, clear out of the ring. Mankind and Kane are the number one contenders to the tag team championships.
What the fuck?
Crazy. Crazy.
Absolutely
Such a fun
insane.
match, though. Such a fun match.
Oh, yeah. We need to do this more. This is so fun. And they had people come in instead of every 2 minutes, every 30 seconds.
Right.
So it's like, but some of
This
the
was
tag teams were,
breakneck.
yes, we're sprinting into the ring because it's like we have literally 30 seconds to capitalize on being the new people in the ring. Like, it
No,
was so
absolutely.
great. I
I
loved
loved
it.
it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot of fun.
And if you say
Uh,
Royal Rumble, you know Xavier is bricked.
Gooped, gagged,
He's
here
like,
seated every
he's
time.
like, a Royal Rumble, you say?
Listen, and the fact that now there's two per Royal Rumble just really sends me.
Girly. It's limit. It's everything. It's so great. I love a Royal
Really,
Rumblina.
amen. But then that immediately takes us into the main event because hey, these guys are fighting part two. Um, Paul Bearer calls for the cage to be lowered, and for the main event like to begin. Mankind hits us with just a beautiful poem.
So beautiful.
I literally somebody should be just cataloging these and binding them into
He
like a
should do
the Book of
that.
Mankind. So good.
Oh my
Um,
God. He honestly, his best promos and poems and like little things should be in it. Girl, the way I'm about to DM him.
no,
Hi,
100.
Nick.
Hey,
I know you're on the political train right now, and as you should be, just ripping every one of your colleagues to shreds. I love. But this would be a great idea for you. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
no, 1000%. Um, Oh, so good. So he recites a poem. Fantastic. The Hell in a Cell is upon us. Paul Bear is just calling out Austin and the Undertaker, basically calling them yellow, which is insane to me. I don't know why you would ever do that. And then
You guys do not learn anything. It's
no,
insane.
never,
No
not one.
retention.
No, couldn't rub two brain cells together if they were literally just put in both of his hands.
Yeah, like,
So couldn't do it.
couldn't do it.
So they both show. Duh. Um,
But
abs-
they,
but wait.
I was like, ooh, sorry,
Um,
go ahead.
no, but first, so the Taker Austin comes out. He's not getting in the Hell in a Cell alone because he's nobody's fool.
Mm.
And then the Undertaker music hits. He's announced no show. Weird. He's announced again. Music plays. No show. Very weird. And then Austin basically is like, okay, well, I guess I'm starting this match alone. And chaos absolutely ensues. Fight on the outside of the cage. Mankind and Kane essentially start taking on Austin. Bear locks himself in the ring,
He's so dumb.
in the cage, and then he's parading himself on the ring like loudmouth celebrating when the Undertaker just bursts through the bottom of the ring. Paul Bear has locked himself in the ring inside a Hell in a Cell with the Undertaker after having falsely accused him of attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin last week. You trying to tell me you gonna lie on this man's name and then ooh, big dumb, big dumb,
Bitches,
dummy, stupid dumb.
amen.
Big, big dumb.
So
Because The
dumb.
Undertaker takes Paul Bearer to task. He is in the ring beating that man 5 ways from Sunday, and
Ooh,
Kelsey could not have been happier.
I've
I
never been
when I
happier in
tell
my life.
you, Glee, I saw
Glee.
Glee cross her face.
They turned when he turned and he was bleeding from the face and it was running into his eyes and his mouth. I was like this.
Insane. So
So
good.
so fucked up. But I was like, because talk shit, get hit. I'm
Absolutely.
tired because especially you. I know you're not a wrestler, but I don't care if you're not a wrestler. Shut your mouth. Why are
Mm.
you talking about me? Why are you talking about my mother? Why are you doing all this insanity? And then coming in here and thinking nothing is going to happen to you. You locked yourself away from your two little bodyguards, and now it's time to pay the piper.
Absolutely.
But they really had me for a second because I was like, what they're not about to do is slander the Undertaker's name as a no-show. I will literally flip
Mm,
this freaking table. Like, I was like, what we're
absolutely.
not about to do is say that Undertaker doesn't stand on business. Don't
No,
ever do that. Don't
no.
ever do that. So I was like, he's got to be under the ring. He's got to be coming in from the ceiling. Like I was like, there has to be an explanation for this. And then I was like,
Fantastic. And there was,
and
and
I
it was
could
a
have,
beating of a lifetime.
and I
Paul
could have
Bearer looked
never
a
foreseen.
mess. He looked a mess.
Oh, I could have never foreseen the joy. I thought he would like maybe come in and like beat a like surprise like Mankind or Kane and
1000%.
isolated and alone Paul Bear.
Fantastic.
I'm
Austin and
set
Mankind are destroying each other on the outside of the ring. Kane, for
completely.
some reason, has
No
taken it upon
sense.
himself to climb to the top of the ring and try and gain entry into the Hell in a Cell from the roof. And he's up there for a solid like 5 minutes doing that. Hi, plot hole. This man debuted during a Hell in a Cell match, the only other one that has existed, by breaking the chain off of the door and then breaking the door off the hinges. So you're trying to tell me that suddenly, just the very next time that the Hell in a Cell presents itself, he doesn't know how to get in?
Mm,
I'm a
hmm
need. I listen, all of this was great. I was
hmm
happy to see Paul locked in the cage with the Undertaker, but don't tell me that he doesn't
mm,
know how to get into the Hell in a Cell. He literally debuted getting into the Hell in a Cell.
by just
Yes, that was
and
the whole gag was this finally they were gonna lock DX out in this like impenetrable fortress of pain and like nobody was gonna get it. Like that was the whole gag. And then he got in. And then you're trying to tell me and we're
terrifying.
all supposed to just believe that he was like,
I'll
oh
go through the
no.
top.
Yeah, right. Crazy.
Not to
Crazy.
check the perimeter first. He saw the locked door and immediately just started climbing upwards. He is like legit the horror movie victim who, instead of running out the front door, runs up the stairs for some reason. It's like, no, Diva, the answer is use the test to take the test. We've already done
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Whatever. Sure.
But Austin and Mankind are still feuding on the outside. Austin uses the steel chair, absolutely brutalizes Mankind with a headshot. Um,
Oof.
crazy. Um, at one point, they immediately cut from that chair shot of Mankind and Austin into the Undertaker essentially dropping the steel steps on Paul Bearer's head. Crazy. Um,
Hmm.
so insane. Austin and Kane start fighting on the outside. Oh, I lied. Austin, having disposed of Mankind by essentially decapitating him, starts climbing up into the top of the cage, and the episode ends with Kane and Austin fighting on top of the Hell in a Cell. Absolutely giving us just like a little taste of what the main event of the King of the Ring is going to be like. And then we get taken into extra attitude, which is what happens when Raw goes off the air. And it's just them continuing to feud. They're like basically fighting down the side of the cage. The Undertaker and Kane essentially fight their way out of the arena. It cuts back to inside of the ring. Mankind hits Stone Cold with the mandible claw. Um, Only to be immediately reversed into a Stone Cold Steve Austin's stunner, and allows for the kind of conclusion of the program to be Stone Cold, celebrating with the title on high. Uh,
God.
this episode was absolutely insane. One you do
Insane.
if you want a just of the Attitude Era, this was a great episode.
This is a good one.
This was a
Agreed.
great episode. It's
There's
breakneck pace. There was lots of like interwoven storylines. Like the entire first part of the show, the first segment introduced the main event. The rest of the like King of the Ring like qualifiers are essentially all now like interwoven into a pretty interesting mix of stuff leading into the next bracket of the tournament, which is great. The blood
hmm
feud between DX and the Nation is just escalating and getting more gang warfare.
more depth.
Yeah, which love to see.
Love.
And we're gonna just have some pretty interesting combinations the of Kane and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then we're gonna just see the big kahuna, the Hell in a Cell between Mankind and the Undertaker coming up. So it's all
I
like super
cannot
exciting.
fucking believe that's about to happen.
I know.
When
Who would have
I
thunk?
who not me. When I posted on my Instagram, I was like, oh my God, I just realized that I posted our text message where I was like, holy shit, is this the year that's like the Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Mankind? The amount of people that were like, you haven't seen that? Like, oh my, because I
Mm,
truly don't. The only thing I know is that Mick Foley go goes through it. Like there is an egregious something that occurs. That
mhm.
is literally all I know.
Which is great. Because it's such a good match. They like literally have talked. There have just been like countless specials, interviews, questions about this match, like in particular. So much so that Mick Foley for a long time like did not want to talk about it. So
He was like, God,
it's
I get it.
no, yeah, no, literally. He's like, no, lived it, got it. But fantastic stuff. I thought this was a beautiful episode.
Great
Um,
episode. So good.
Barreling towards the King of the Ring. Stay tuned for that. If you guys can, please look out for the diaper drive information. Um, we will have all of that across our socials. There will also be a post on the Dolly Moo social. If you guys are into that, you should definitely check out what they do because ain't nobody half-assing anything in that kitchen and shop. It's
Amen.
a
Amen.
beautiful,
Thank
beautiful place.
you.
If you have never been and just kind of want to be in a space that is nothing but beautiful energy, then go bring all of your like little baby supplies to the shop. Come say hi. Well, you probably won't catch Kelsey, but you can catch the
Amen.
other. She's hard at work in the kitchen
In the
making
kitchen.
everything for that shop. But thank you guys. This has been another episode of the New to Wrestling podcast. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribing, all of that fun stuff wherever you find us. For Kelsey, I am Xavier. We will catch you on the next one.
We'll see you there.
Bye.